The augment system in Black Ops 6 Zombies is absolutely incredible, and investing time in unlocking pretty much every augment in the game will definitely help you out on the big run, making the game a lot easier as you progress. For each perk in the game, you can put one minor and one major augment, and in this video I want to give you guys the best minor and major upgrades for every single perk in the game. We do have 8 perks, so that means we have 16 minors and major augments to use. We're gonna kick things off with Jugger-Nog, but before we do that, make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe for more content. We just passed 20,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane, so we're already on our way to 30k. So thank you so much for the support, guys, and let's get this. I'm gonna go from Jugger-Nog to Mele Macchiato. I don't have all the augments unlocked because I don't want all the augments unlocked. I already unlocked everything that I want to use, so yeah. Let's start with Jugger-Nog, and here we do have some pretty interesting one, especially the turtle shell, which is pretty much a shield from back in the good old zombie days. But here I do want to use a probiotic as it slightly increases the maximum health with Jugger-Nog, and that means you don't have 250 health with Jug, you have 300, which can be pretty insane and survive a few extra shots. And then for the minor augment, I do like to have the durable plates to increase the armor durability. I feel like armor is very important in this game, and having even a slither bit of extra armor can be very beneficial to not get the one hit by amalgams, for example. By the way, be careful if you use turtle shell. There's a bug in the game right now where you can get one-shotted if you get caught by an amalgam with that huge hand. It will one-shot you for whatever reason. Hopefully that will get fixed soon. But for me, probiotic and durable plates are the absolute must when it comes to Jugger-Nog. More health and better armor is definitely what you want on the higher rounds especially. Moving on to Stamin Up. Here it's another very important perk, and here for the major upgrades I do want to use Dasher to increase the tactical sprint duration, and this will go very well with a PhD upgrade that I will show you a bit later on. And also having increased tactical speed duration, you know, it's better for the high runs because the super sprinters are going to be there, and being able to tac sprint for a longer period is definitely a great thing to have. And then you want to have the quarterback to use the equipment while sprinting. Again, a very important one, so you can throw nades or decoys, whatever it is, without stopping and taking a few extra hits. There's some pretty decent ones like walk faster while aiming. This one's pretty okay, but you know, at that point of the later rounds when the super sprinters show up, it's better to just hip fire instead of ADSing and stuff like that. And then moving on to Speed Cola, which is pretty much one of my favorite perks in the game. I'll never go anywhere without this. I know it's pretty underrated for some of you guys, but the classic formula right here for reload speed to be even faster, I'll definitely love this one. Especially because there's like weapons that have pretty slow reloads, and even with Speed Cola they don't feel very good. But this just slightly reduces that reload time a tiny bit, which is very good. And then you do want the quick swap to swap weapons a bit faster, because most likely later on in the game you're gonna have 2 weapons, one wonder weapon and one normal weapon. And as you guys know, switching to the wonder weapon is always pretty slow, so having the faster weapon swap, it's definitely something you want to have. The mystery box settling much faster is definitely not something that you want. And then having the weapon magazine slowly refilled over time could be pretty good, because you do have a big ammo problem in the later rounds as the weapons don't do a lot of damage, but the reload even faster one, it's a lot better basically. Moving on to Deadshot, and again here there's some pretty interesting one, and what I like to have is Deadhead to further increase the critical damage. This dealing double critical damage if enemies at full health is pretty good as well, but for example, when you have like a big horde in front of you and you start shooting, that bullet will go through a lot of the enemies and then basically leaving the other zombies with less health than maximum. So this one doesn't really apply too much, so I'd rather just have the further increase in critical damage. And then you have increased damage to armor pieces, and again this is very important. This is going to be like a lot of armored zombies later on in the game, and having this can definitely help you do a bit more damage, as those armored zombies are pretty freaking tanky, man, not gonna lie. This one's pretty good to reduce the hipfire spread. As I said, for the longer runs, for the higher runs, you're definitely gonna hipfire a lot more, but I feel like increasing the damage to armor is just so much better. Alright, moving on to Quick Revive, and here if you're a solo player there's not many things that will help you out too much. For the major upgrade, you do want to have the equivalent exchange, so basically you go down and if you take down a zombie you are going to get revived, and you can use this up to 3 times, but be careful because after you kill the zombie and you get revived, quick revive, it's gonna disappear from your inventory, so you have to buy it again. And this is particularly good in the lower rounds if you take it down, because that pistol will be able to kill a zombie. But in the higher rounds, if you don't have for example a ray gun, you're not really going to be able to kill a zombie with that pistol. But it's still nice to have. You never know when the zombie is low HP, so you can take it down. And then you do have the karmic return. Basically reviving an ally heals you to full health. Now here I don't really know what to use for the minor augments too much in the solo game. Of course you can use slow death to increase your time in the last stand too much, but as I said, that pistol will not do a lot of damage. It barely has a few rounds, so I don't think there's anything in particular good for solo players right here. But I just like to use this one in case you play with someone. You might be low HP, the zombies hit you, and then when you revive the teammate, you are back to full health, which is pretty nice. Alright, moving on to elemental pop, and here we have a pretty nice one. Which is Electric Cherry. Reloading creates an electric damage discharge that damages and stuns nearby zombies. This is very, very good for the high rounds. There's gonna be super sprinters, they're gonna be up your behind all the time, and then when you reload, they're gonna get zapped and they're gonna get stopped in place, and you can, you know, run away, which is very, very nice. This can happen to multiple zombies at once. So for example, if you are surrounded by zombies and they're like literally right next to you, you just reload, everybody gets zapped, so you can get out of there. This is a very, very good upgrade, and I really love the elemental pop case this one, because I was never really a big fan of elemental pop, to be honest. And then you have the chill berry to slightly reduce all ammo mods cooldowns, which is very good. So you can you know, have that dead wire or napalm, whatever it is, recharge even faster and do more damage to the zombies or to the special zombies around the map. Of course, there's some good ones, I'll say, which, for example, this one, equipment can also trigger a random ammo mod, which is very nice, or slightly increase the enemy elemental weakness damage. This one's pretty good as well, but I feel like reducing the ammo mod cooldown itself, it's just so much better. Alright, next up we have PhD Flopper, and here we have Dr. Ram. Tactical Sprint knocks down and damage base zombies. This for me has been such a lifesaver, because whenever there's like a big horde of zombies in front of me and there's like a big horde behind me, I can just tactical sprint through those in front of me and I'll knock them down. It creates like a small PhD explosion, it knocks them down so you can get away. It can happen with multiple zombies at once. As long as you have tactical sprint on, you're gonna be fine, and this is a huge upgrade, and you definitely want to have. And then you have the EOD Technician to slightly reduce height and distance requirement for explosions. I know this one with sliding and speed, sliding distance and speed being increased is pretty good as well, and being immune to environmental damage while sliding, it's pretty nice also. But there's not that many, you know, environmental damages in the game, to be honest. And sliding, well, you might do a lot of it, might not do a lot of it, but this is pretty nice, because flopping is not very easy in this game compared to, for example, MWZ, where you can just flop non-stop to create that explosion. But reducing the height and the distance that you need to create that explosion, it's actually pretty good. So definitely this takes the place for the minor augment for me, the EOD Technician, and then Dr. Ram for the major to just, you know, tactical sprint into zombies and knock them down. It's pretty hilarious as well, and it's super fun to use. And then lastly we have the Mele Macchiato, and here for the major augment you do want to have the espresso to have all melee attacks to be slightly faster. This is particularly good if you have Mele Macchiato and you use the knife, because the knife, it's pretty slow compared to the bat, for example, and the melee attacks are super slow. So having this one definitely increases the speed that you attack with the knife a lot, which is very, very nice. And then you have the strength training, where basically your one punch, or the punch that you have with the Mele Macchiato, can one hit normal zombies for more rounds, which is very, very good in particular, because I'm pretty sure this transfers over to the knife itself or to the bat, whatever you're using. But do correct me in the comments if that's not true, because I'm not 100% about this one. But again, this is very good, and this is definitely a must if you want to use melee weapons a lot. But yeah, these are pretty much it, all the major and minor augments for the perks that you want to use. These work particularly great for me. If you guys have any different ones, do let me know in the comments down below. What is your go-to major and minor for each perk, if you have different one than me, of course. And yeah, I cannot wait to unlock even more on Brain Rot, Cryo Freeze, on basically all the ammo mods and then field upgrades. I've been using a lot of ether shroud, so I definitely max this one out as much as I can. But I'll definitely do like more in-depth videos about those later on. For now, the perks, this is gonna be it. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Subscribe for more content. Make sure you smash the like button. Let's get this video up to like, I don't know, 300 likes. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, have a great one. Bye-bye.